Don't skip. Welcome to this investigation of the silent power of Stoicism, which shows what many people long for, dear seekers, but rarely express. Imagine yourself sipping tea and contemplating concepts that have stood the test of time. Today, we address a reality that most men seldom discuss. They disregard women's unspoken wishes, which, when recognized, result in deeper, richer relationships. Today, we examine the subtle power of the high-value man who listens, observes, and builds a foundation of respect through small, consistent gestures. You'll notice that nearly all women seek something that they won't ask for directly, not large gestures or costly gifts, but rather a developed attentiveness that is the language of connection. True value is established by action rather than words, according to the Stoics. But what if the key to a woman's heart was found in simple, unwavering deeds and subtly expressive gestures that state, "If you're prepared to strengthen the basis of your relationships, I'm willing to accompany you on this journey where the hidden language of the heart region and old Stoicism meet. I see you. I'm here." One instance of a modest act of thinking that transcends words can be found in Section 1. The Stoics remind us that sincere character in relationships is frequently demonstrated through quiet, consistent activities rather than grand demonstrations. These small, inconspicuous gestures frequently have the greatest impact. For instance, a simple morning gesture of placing a freshly brewed cup of coffee next to her as the day begins, or perhaps the comforting presence of a partner who simply listens and attends without hurrying, are signals that say, rather than just duties. Marcus Aurelius once said that we are burdened by our judgment of things rather than by things outside of ourselves. For this reason, the small acts of kindness you perform are like stones carefully placed on a path of mutual respect and understanding that will sustain your relationship through its most trying moments. I see you. I'm here. Take a moment to consider what a stronger basis for connection could be than this one man who understood the demands of life. It is in these silent acts of attentiveness that one finds the steady hand of a high-value partner who understands and meets the unsaid needs of another. If you agree that greatness in relationships is not created in a single moment, but rather in the ordinary, unseen moments that occur every day, are you consistent in these subtle acts? Do they only occur when it is convenient? Or are they the consistent way that you show up every day if you're willing to go deeper into the language of new nuance? Please share your thoughts so that we can continue this path of connection inspired by Stoicism. Section 2. Nonverbal cues and the role of listening in the art of connection. The Stoics remind us that since we only have one tongue and two ears, we may listen more than we actually speak. However, listening is a virtue that is seldom perfected, but is very potent. It involves more than just hearing words. It involves the subtle observation of the unspoken. A shift in her voice, a pause, a look. It involves tuning into the silent language of presence. Think about this. Perhaps she speaks quietly about her day, revealing seemingly insignificant facts to the high-value man. But there is a richness of understanding in the silent space between words. He is well aware of the subtleties of her expression, taking in more of what she doesn't say than what she does. Do you find yourself attuned to these quiet clues, or do they go unnoticed? Every little story has significance, exposing her, joys, fears, needs. And more, the Stoic way reminds us that empathy is not a spoken declaration, but rather an act of profound respect, given through presence, through attention. Are you ready to cultivate this silent strength to listen with intention and patience? If so, leave a comment below. If you're ready to master the quiet power of listening, and join us as we continue on this path of connection and inner stillness. Then listening in this way is to offer a rare gift, a gift of understanding that transcends words and enters the realm of empathy. Section 3, the value of Section 3, the value of constant generosity. As Stoics, we observe that love and respect are not ignited by a single grand gesture, but rather are created in the constant warmth of daily deliberate gestures. There is a quiet, unwavering strength and kindness given freely day after day. Just think of the power of a simple note of encouragement left on a busy morning, or a comforting touch on her shoulder. True greatness is found in virtue exercised daily, and the same is true with kindness. When we consistently show kindness, even in tiny, invisible ways, we establish a foundation of trust. If you're ready to develop this strength of character and incorporate kindness into your daily life, share your thoughts with us. Together, we can continue on this journey of stoic love and unwavering kindness to become the dependable partner she can rely on every day. Section 4. Embracing change and kindness. True value lies in these actions carried out without thought of return, such as the character of a high-value partner who gives because it is in their nature and not because it benefits them at that moment. Do you show compassion regularly or only when it's convenient? Accepting development and change together. Growth and change are the only constants in life. Yet many people fight change holding on to their old ideas of themselves and their relationships. However, a really smart partner who appreciates growth understands that change is not a barrier, but rather the entire substance of life. Marcus Aurelius counsels us to constantly observe that everything changes and then find comfort in the connections that nature has given us. Accepting change means committing to growing not only with her, but also with her, while allowing life's inevitable changes to occur. Strengthen your connection by viewing a partnership as a dance that changes with the seasons of life. Each couple is adapting to the changing times and moving with grace. Her preferences vary with time. Do you react to these changes with openness, or do you cling to an outdated idea of who she was? When we reject this rhythm and cling to the past, we impede our own and our loved ones' progress. It takes more than simply accepting life's inevitable course to embrace change with your relationship. It is an indication of trust and a steadfast dedication to developing together. Progress necessitates flexibility. Are you willing to let go of things that are no longer required and welcome the new, so that you appreciate her for who she is and what she is becoming? Consider your own willingness to adapt to changing times. Tell us whether you're ready to accept each change as an opportunity to deepen your relationship, and stick by us while we pursue this stoic route of progress leading to union. Section 5. Respectful flirting as an expression of admiration. As Stoics, we know that when flirting is approached with sincerity and respect, it is much more than light-hearted remarks or gestures. It is a language of admiration, a silent acknowledgement of another person's distinct presence. When you offer a warm smile or an honest compliment, you're not trying to impress, but rather demonstrating genuine appreciation for her, confirming her place in your world. Imagine the impact of a well-timed remark, a kind gesture, a respectful glance that crosses the room, or a fleeting touch that communicates without using words in these times of silence. Honor flirting becomes an art of thoughtful expression that doesn't seek reward, but rather delights in the simple act of appreciation, which is to see her fully and acknowledge her with virtue. When you practice this subtle art, do you do so out of genuine admiration, or do you do it only to charm? I see you and I respect who you are. The quiet ties that are the foundation of a lasting connection are strengthened when respect and appreciation are brought to life. The Stoics remind us that virtue is found in the intention behind our actions, so admiration and respect must be honest, restrained by sincerity, and guided by honor. If you're prepared to put this Stoic art of meaningful adoration into practice, share your story with us, and let's look at how respect-based appreciation can forge the kind of bond that survives quietly. But Section 6. Building trust through emotional support. Consistently using Section 6 to build trust through emotional support. In order to build a true connection, we must be willing to share not only our successes, but also our worries, dreams, and uncertainties. Trust must be earned via constant openness and a readiness to fearlessly and truly disclose one's inner world. The Stoics teach that vulnerability is not a weakness, but rather the quiet strength that allows us to be fully known by being open with one another. We lay the groundwork for true trust. Imagine trust as a bridge that connects all of our shared thoughts and unspoken truths, a carefully laid plank between two souls that creates a path for closeness to grow in relationships. We are tempted to armor ourselves to withhold our innermost thoughts, because we believe that restraint equates to strength. But the Stoic knows that courage lies in the ability to reveal oneself to be present without disguise when you share them with her. To be emotionally available is to say, I am here unguarded, ready to walk this path of connection alongside you. This openness is not a declaration. Rather, it is a quiet, ongoing way of being, because when we open ourselves, we invite our partner to do the same, taking off their own armor and stepping into a space of mutual trust. Think about your readiness to create this bridge of openness and walk this Stoic path where trust is given as a gift, rather than demanded day by day. If you are also prepared to create this depth of connection, where the heart's strength lies in its very vulnerability. Join us in the practice of love as a journey of courageous trust to be the partner she truly desires. A high-value partner is one who lives with intention, not with grand gestures or surface-level charm, whose deeds are consistent with the greater values of respect, care, and consistency in everything we've spoken about, including small gestures of kindness, growth, and careful listening. Imagine then becoming a partner whose every action speaks of respect, whose presence brings security, and whose openness invites trust. This is the quiet strength that Stoicism teaches, a strength that resides not in dominance, but in dedication to another's well-being. The elevated value, man understands that rather than happening in a single brief instant, love is formed via numerous small actions that deepen a connection over time. Marcus Aurelius advises us to accept this invitation to demonstrate the qualities that produce long-lasting and fulfilling relationships, and to stop wasting time discussing what a good man should be. Are you willing to pursue this path of constant virtue in partnerships so that you can serve as a source of constant wisdom and consistency in addition to being a partner? Tell us whether you're prepared to embark on this journey step by step in order to become a high-value someone who embodies compassion, strength, and unwavering integrity. If this journey of Stoic wisdom and practical insight resonates with you, consider becoming a member of our community by subscribing to Ultimate Stoicism. Every week, we explore the timeless lessons that guide us toward resilience, strength, and meaningful connections, like this video. Let's continue pursuing a life firmly rooted in the Stoics if you're committed to following the road of true virtue. Don't forget to switch on alerts.